was requested to do a video about bartending, about how I got into bartending, what's my experience with bartending, and what tips can I give anybody who wants to get into bartending. So this is the video for everyone who wants to have a little side hustle or just want to get into the business of bartending. This video is for you. I've been bartending now for 8 years. 8 years long I have been bartending, and I actually started bartending before I was able to even drink, and I wasn't even drinking at the time, so I don't even know if my drinks was shitty or not, but I doubt it because I liked measuring things and put them together, and that's kind of what bartending was about. So even though I wasn't like drinking the drinks, I kind of feel like they was good because I feel like my measuring be kind of on point, and my mix of the juice and the liqueur. I was bartending for a while, for maybe 2-3 months. I left, stopped bartending, ended up going to school, went away for school, came back home, went to cosmetology school, graduated from cosmetology school, and was living with my mom at this time I was 21, living with my mom. And I didn't have a car, and I'm like, oh my God, I need money fast, I need to work, I need to be doing something. All my jobs have been tip jobs. So since all my jobs have come from tips, whether it was a shampoo girl at a hair salon, whether I was waitressing at a breakfast place or bartending, I'm like, go to what you know, girl. So there was a local place that I could literally walk to if I wanted to, that was hiring for bartenders. So I'm like, you know what, take your shot, go. I went, they loved me, they hired me. Like within 6 months of bartending, I had my own spot, I had my own car, I was able to just do everything myself, and I was just like an independent woman. Starting at 21, nobody was ever paying my bills ever again. When it comes to schooling, surprisingly, I didn't go to bartending school until 7 years after I was bartending. I just went to bartending school. And the reason was because sometimes it's always about like who you know type thing, and I guess it was about who I knew when I bartended at first. So the second job that I ended up getting, the one I was at for 7 years, I got that job based off just experience, and I looked up to go to one of those spots that really didn't care whether you had a license or not. They just wanted you to be able to bartend. And any other place that I bartended in between those 7 years always accepted me just because I had years under my belt bartending, even though I didn't have a bartending license. But I do suggest you go and get a bartending license because, like me, when you want to leave that place, you want to be able to get hired anywhere. Because even though some places will hire you just because of experience and that's all they need, a lot of places want to cover their ass and not have no lawsuits or get in trouble. So they want you to have that license, that certificate, whatever. So always go get your license, and you don't want to limit yourself. You want to be able to go anywhere. Make sure that you always check Groupon and see if they have any classes near you that is half off or 20% off, so that you can take those classes, because the classes can be expensive, but the money that you'll make after you take the classes and continue to become a bartender, that little money will look like pennies, girl. So don't even worry about that. So when I did go to school, and schooling doesn't teach you how to work someone's bar. They only teach you the basics. They teach you how to make drinks such as Manhattans, martinis, Long Island, Sex on the Beach, etc., etc. Some of those drinks people won't even drink. And they also teach you the law behind bartending, when to serve, when not to serve, how to go about serving, How can you get sued as a bartender? How can the establishment get sued altogether based on what happened behind the bar? So they teach you all of those things. Schooling usually lasts for a week or 2 weeks. It all depends on you. If you want to go every day, you can finish in a week. If you want to go 3 times out of the week, you're probably going to finish in 2 weeks. The thing I love about school, once you are finished, they help with placing you places. They send you a lot of places, maybe for the first month or 2, that's hiring. So I suggest that if you want to work at a fast-paced place, start off a little slow, because a lot of people think just because they know the drinks that they can just go in a bar and it's going to be so easy. Making drinks is only half the problem. Making drinks is the easiest part of the job. When it comes down to bartending, you have to have so many skills within yourself. You have to have personality. Having a good personality is so dope, because I promise you, you can make a shitty drink and somebody will love you and want to keep coming back to you and only want you to serve them, and will tip you a dope amount at the end based off your personality, how you treat them, how you cater to them. That's what people come to a bar for. They want to sit down, they want to relax, they want to have a cocktail, and they want to be catered to. You are not only a bartender, you are a listener, you are a therapist. Okay, you are their best friend for that hour and a half. So a person will pay you based off your personality, even though your drink probably don't taste that good. So always make sure your personality is on point. You have to be able to talk to people. You have to have customer service skills. You have to have, obviously, math skills. You have to be able to, most importantly, multitask, because you have to be able to take multiple orders at once and remember the little things that people want just as well as the big things that people want, depending on your clientele, because bartender school cannot prepare you for what type of crowd you're going to have, and it's going to take you to get hired somewhere for you to know what pace you're going to have to work at and what type of crowds you're dealing with. But if you do want to work at a fast place, I always suggest to start off bartending at restaurants, bowling alleys, little small lounges, just to get you prepared and get you some type of experience behind the bar, so that you're not necessarily bombarded, but it gets you prepared for how to move around the bar. But the best tip I can give somebody after they leave bartending school, go somewhere that you want to work and be a server first. Being a server is probably the best thing you can do, because you have eye experience. You get to see the bartenders as they work. You also get to see the customers and see how customers interact with you. I've seen so many servers that graduate and promote to bartending because they watch us make drinks, so they start to know what's in what and how you do this, and then the training is so minimum, because by the time you get behind the bar, you know everyone, and you're probably making good tips now at this point because you have built your own clientele. So I tell people to go to restaurants and bowling alleys first, because there's so many people that leave bartending school. There's so many women that I've trained that leave bartending school and they come and try to work in this fast-paced place and think because they know how to make a drink that they can run a whole bar, and then a group of people comes to the bar and they get bombarded and they don't know what the fuck to do, and they freeze, or they're not able to work under the pressure of this person asking for a 10-drink order and this person asking for a napkin and this person needing to know prices. But there's so many reasons why I love bartending. One reason, and the most important reason why I love bartending, is because I love all of my customers. I have a lot of regulars, because literally my customers tell me everything. I know probably more things about some of my customers than they ever told their best friend. I'm very connected to all of my customers. Like, if I have the time, I literally sit with all my customers, talk to them, ask them about their day. My tips really come off of the fact that, 1, I engage with my customers, and 2, I have a lot of regulars, and 3, I don't have to not have on clothes to make tips. I can wear my combat boots, I can wear my jeans, I can wear a sweater, my hair in a ponytail, and some glasses if I want to. It works for me. I also love bartending, 1, because it's just fast-paced money. You get money right then and there. And not only that, it helps me save my money so that when I want to leave bartending, I want to have my own business or start up something of my own, it makes it easier for me to pay bills and pay for things I want and still be able to do fun things, but also still be able to save for whatever venture that comes after bartending, because I'm sure that's probably not something I'm gonna be doing till I'm 60 some years old. So of course, with bartending, you have a plan. I love it because even though it still is a job, it's not necessarily something that has to be taken so seriously. You know, it's a place where bartending is supposed to be fun, and it's one of those fun jobs, at least it's supposed to be. If you bartend somewhere and it's not necessarily fun or stop being fun, and that's why I left my last place, because it just stopped being fun. Bartending is whatever you want it to be. It can be one of those things that you only do twice a week just because you want to have some extra cash in your pocket, or it can be something that you do every single day. When people think of bartending, they always tend to think of clubs, and clubs are the only people that carry bartenders. You can go to the fanciest restaurants and bartend. You can make your bartending into a business for your own self. You can be a traveling bartender. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be. It could be whatever you want it to be for you. Okay. Well, I think I covered everything that I needed to cover about bartending. So if there's anything that I did not cover for you guys, please ask questions in the comments below and I will answer every question. And since I do bartend, I was thinking about figuring out a way to incorporate bartending and cocktails into my channel as somewhat of a segment, whether it's making drinks or posting recipes on my Instagram prior to videos so that you guys can buy the stuff, make the drinks, sip the drinks with me as you guys watch my videos and feel what I feel and be drinking what I'm drinking. And in the same token, learn how to make a dope cocktail that you can share with your friends. So, love you guys. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share, and please do not forget to just tell a friend about your girl. If someone's searching for a new vlogger, blogger, just someone new, someone refreshing, always let them know about me. A thumbs up if you want me to incorporate bartending and making cocktails in some of my videos so you guys can be home bartenders. Okay, so see you next video.